The South Pole is not a monster. It doesn't chase people. It doesn't attack without warning. It simply exists exactly as it is. And that is what makes it dangerous. Humans are used to environments that respond. Climb a mountain, and gravity challenges you. Cross a desert, and heat punishes mistakes. Sail an ocean, and storms announce themselves. But Antarctica is different. Antarctica does not negotiate, does not escalate, it does not forgive. Stays constant while humans unravel. The center of this frozen continent lies the South Pole, not a peak, not a monument, just a mathematical idea carved into ice. A point where direction stops making sense. Every step away from it becomes north. People imagine the South Pole as a destination, but the South Pole is actually a question asked over weeks of silence, over months of isolation, over endless white that erases confidence. The question is simple. Who are you when achievement stops mattering? Who are you when progress is dangerous? Who are you when survival depends on others? This is not a story about conquering Antarctica. Antarctica has never been conquered. This is a story about people who tried to understand it, about how understanding it required them to change. Some places on Earth test human intelligence. Some test endurance. The South Pole tests identity. It strips away titles. It strips away ego. It strips away certainty, till only choice remains. Choice to trust, choice to stop, choice to return. Sometimes, choice to let go of a dream. Immediately, it reshaped. Knowledge and responsibility were inseparable, Mara whispered. This is why we came. To find the invisible threads of the past. Outside, the wind screamed against ice cliffs. Jonah looked through the storm at the shifting horizon. We need extraction plan in 30 minutes. Eli checked the clock. We can finish core sampling and start ascent safely if we move efficiently. The ice creaked, and they instinctively froze. Silence followed, dense and almost sentient. We're guests here, Mara said softly. Every footprint is an intrusion. Lena adjusted the LiDAR scanner to map beneath the lake. A hidden cavern emerged in the readout, something larger than the lake itself. A subglacial cavern system, Eli whispered. Jonah's eyes widened. Could extend kilometers, he said. This changes everything. Glacial, ancient hydrology, evolution. Mara placed a hand on Eli's shoulder. Are we seeing what no one else will for another century? Eli's jaw tightened. Possibly. The weight of that possibility pressed on them. Lena's scanner picked up moving shadows beneath ice layers. Living organisms, definitely. Some stationary. A thrill of fear ran through Mara. They evolved here, isolated from the world. We must document, not disturb. Jonah prepared cameras with remote sensors. Every click of the shutter echoed in the silence. We become storytellers for the future, he said. The lake shimmered under artificial light, frozen like a gemstone. Eli noted mineral deposits forming strange crystalline shapes. These could rewrite our understanding of subglacial chemistry. Lena scanned the ice ceiling. Gas pockets. Potential for ancient microbes. Mara recorded the readings in awe.
Wait!
It's like peering into an untouched chapter of Earth's diary. The team moved as one organism, careful, deliberate. Every sample, every photograph, every measurement was a tribute. Outside, the storm reached a crescendo. The team huddled in their temporary shelter, reviewing data. Eli spoke softly. We have enough. More would be reckless. Mara nodded. We respect what we cannot fully understand. Jonah smiled faintly, and we carry it forward. To the world, to history. Lena looked at the scanner one last time. Some mysteries remain, but we've unveiled what was hidden for eons. They began ascent, leaving minimal trace. The wind howled, yet they moved with purpose. Every step, a careful negotiation with gravity, ice, and time. Reaching the surface felt like breathing again. Sunlight fragmented by clouds, reflecting off snow, seemed almost sacred. The lake below remained silent, secrets intact, yet partially revealed. Mara exhaled deeply. We came as humans. We leave as witnesses. Eli's notebook closed, and our story becomes part of the ice. Jonah adjusted his backpack. Someday, someone will read it and understand our small place in its vastness. Lena paused, scanning the horizon. Some endings are not conclusions, she said. They are continuations. For life, for discovery, for memory. The team stood together, exhausted, exhilarated. Antarctica had tested them. It had given more than knowledge. It had given perspective, a journey, a fleeting human pulse in the endless white. And as the storm retreated, the ice seemed almost to breathe with them. They were small, immortal. But for a moment, they had touched eternity. The plane lifted off the frozen plateau. Below, the subglacial lake shimmered faintly, a hidden world untouched by time. Mara pressed her forehead against the window. "It's beautiful," she whispered. Eli adjusted his notes, tracing every measurement. "It's more than beautiful. It's a record of life itself." Jonah reclined, exhausted but alert. "And we've only scratched the surface." Lena stared at the receding ice. "Some secrets we may never fully understand." The team remained silent, each lost in thought. Antarctica stretched endlessly, a reminder of their own smallness. Mara finally spoke. "I keep thinking about the organisms down there, how they survived isolation for millennia." Eli nodded. "Stromophiles adapt in ways we can barely model, if always finds a path." Jonah scribbled in his journal. "Isolation, resilience. It's a lesson we often forget." The hum of the plane became a meditation. Clouds rolled beneath them, soft and infinite. Mara touched the notebook she had carried since arrival. Each page was filled with sketches, data, and reflections. Lena turned her screen to show a 3D map of the cavern system. "This map is just the beginning. The lake has veins, tunnels, and chambers yet unexplored." Eli leaned back, eyes closed. "We've changed the way the world can see life under ice. Even a fragment of it matters." Mara felt a lump in her throat. "Do you think the world will understand? Not just the science, but the emotion of it?" Jonah smiled faintly. "Stories make understanding possible. Data alone doesn't touch hearts." Mara thought of the silent lake, its crystalline walls, the hidden shadows beneath ice. "Oh, then our story matters," she whispered. Lena nodded, finally breaking her gaze from the scanner. "We've witnessed something timeless. We carry it forward." Eli opened his notebook again, flipping to a fresh page. "One day, researchers will build upon this. Expand, question, refine. Our role," Mara said, "was to be the first bridge." Jonah tapped the edge of his journal, a bridge between ancient life and the future of discovery. Silence filled the cabin, rich and contemplative. Outside, sunlight fractured across ice ridges, sparkling like distant stars. Mara closed her eyes. Memories of the team huddled around instruments flooded back. The hum of the drill, the weight of the ice, the delicate dance with history. "It feels like a dream," she said. Eli smiled softly. "A dream built on science, respect, and human curiosity." Jonah pointed toward a distant peak. "Look at that patterns in the ice, frozen stories written in layers." Lena pulled up the thermal scan. "Even the ice is alive with history. Temperature gradients, pressure shifts. Every line tells a story." Mara traced her fingers along the glass. "Right there. And every story is a reminder of our small place in the universe," Eli added quietly. "But our actions still echo." Jonah leaned forward. "And that's the point. Our choices, our care. It matters." Mara took a deep breath. The lake, the cavern, the microbes. They endured. We leave footprints, but we must tread lightly. Lena closed her eyes. "And when the world reads our work, maybe they'll feel it too. The awe, the humility, the wonder." The plane banked slightly, revealing the frozen horizon stretching endlessly. Jonah opened his journal again. "There's poetry in this. Not just science, but experience, emotion, discovery." Mara felt tears prick at her eyes. "I've never felt more alive, more connected to everything." Eli tapped a pen against the notebook. "Connection is the essence of memory, identity, and growth." Jonah smiled. "And teamwork. We achieved this together, not alone." Mara turned to the window. The ice below shimmered one last time. Stones danced under the frozen surface, mysterious and eternal. "We touched eternity," she whispered. Lena nodded. And yet we are still just humans, fleeting, fragile. Eli wrote a final note in his log. Today, science and humanity intersected. Respect, curiosity, and responsibility guided us. Mara added her own line, and we leave inspired, forever changed, carrying echoes of ice within us. Jonah closed his journal, feeling the weight and wonder of their journey. The plane rose higher, sun glinting off snow like liquid gold. Mara felt a mixture of triumph and reverence. "We came seeking answers," she said softly, "and we found questions deeper than we imagined." Eli looked out, a rare smile crossing his face. Questions are the heartbeat of discovery. Lena adjusted her gear, and wonder is the pulse that keeps us seeking. Jonah reflected. Science, emotion, curiosity. They are inseparable. Mara leaned back, closing her eyes. The hum of the plane became a lullaby of reflection. Outside, the frozen world shimmered in silence. The lake, the cavern, the microbes eternal witnesses to a fleeting human moment. The team, small and mortal, had carried a story forward. Story of life, resilience, and the delicate threads that connect all things. Mara whispered. "This is only the beginning," Eli added. "For them, for us, for the future." Jonah smiled, eyes reflecting sunlight and snow. Lena said quietly, "And in our hearts, it will never be frozen." The plane disappeared into clouds, leaving Antarctica silent, vast, and infinite. But the echoes of ice, of their discovery, would ripple across time, and the world, someday, would listen.